name's Catherine. I'm a birth centre midwife. My favourite midwifery moment during this pandemic was last week when I looked after a lady that came in early labour, cared for her right the way through her labour, supported her in her birth, and then looked after her afterwards until it was time to discharge her home. I did her baby's newborn examination and then I waved her out to the door. Perfect day, how midwifery is meant to be.
My name's Jo and I'm the senior midwife for Derby Birth Centre. My role has a large managerial content, so I certainly don't deliver as many babies as I'd like to. But when I do, it's really special. And one of those was just last week, a lovely couple who had a very uncomplicated delivery after having had quite a difficult time with the first baby. And it was lovely to see the difference and see how delighted they were. So I feel really lucky to be a part of that.
Hi, my name's Vicky. I'm a midwife here on Derby Birth Centre, and one of my standout moments from the last couple of weeks was actually my first delivery as a qualified midwife. I looked after a gorgeous couple. It was her second baby. She had a really active labour, so we really utilised the room and the mats and the big mattresses. And she had a lovely upright vaginal delivery. So yeah, it was couldn't have been a better first delivery for me as lead midwife. So as you can imagine, qualifying in a pandemic has been interesting, but it's moments like that that I'm going to remember rather than the PPE that we have to wear or the permanently chapped hands. So yeah, thank you for letting me be a part of that.
My name's Marie Stocks. I'm a midwife in the birth centre. My most memorable birth was a lady that came in. She delivered really quickly. I was unable to do the NIPE and discharge her home. What made this really special was she gave her daughter my name as her middle name, and she said she had done this to bring some joy during this pandemic.
Hello, I'm Tara. I'm one of the midwives from Derby Birth Centre. I've been asked about my favourite midwifery moment during this pandemic, and for me there's many different moments, but I've still been able to do the job I love and look after women in labour and help them in the early postnatal periods. I did look after one lady in particular, and she was quite scared in labour, and she did say that even though I was wearing the mask, she was still able to see me smile with my eyes. It was lovely.
My name's Amy. I work on the birth centre at the Royal Derby Hospital. I've been thinking about what my standout moment has been working in the pandemic, and I've looked after lots of lovely ladies in labour and seen their babies born. It's been wonderful. I think the thing that stood out to me most is that actually it's, other than wearing the PPE, it's been quite normal for us really. We've had a lovely time looking after women as we always do. We still get to run the pool for you, rub your back when you need it, and give you your gas and air and pethidine if you need it as well, and help you feed your baby however you want to, and then help you get home afterwards. So for us it's just a joy looking after you still.
Hi, my name's Rose and I'm one of the birth centre team midwives. The thing that's really struck me as the pandemic's gone on is the lovely feedback we've had from the families we've looked after. Loads and loads of women and the families have said to me they were really worried about coming and having a baby during this time. They would be worried it would be different from last time, or that it would be scary, or that the midwives wouldn't be supportive or have time to look after them. But all of them have said how surprised they were, how lovely their experiences have been, and how it's been just as good as last time if they'd had babies with us before, or that it was much better than what they were expecting for having a baby during a pandemic. So that's the thing that's really made it for me, and I'm really proud of our team for making that happen for them.
My name's Marie. I'm a core midwife on Derby Birth Centre. My favourite moment in this pandemic is when I looked after a lady who wanted a home birth, but unfortunately she couldn't have this, so she decided to come into the birth centre. She came in early labour, so I cared for her most of the morning, and then she had a beautiful pool birth with myself and a partner, and she said we were like a little team together and helped her accomplish her dream of having this beautiful pool birth. She really enjoyed the experience and said that she felt so proud of herself and was so pleased with the care that we gave her. She went on to write her story that was published with Maternity Voices and went on our Facebook site, and it was so nice to hear the positive experience that she'd had.
Hi, my name's Yvonne. I'm one of the birth centre midwives. During this pandemic, the best thing that stood out for me is that I was privileged to be able to support one of our own birth centre midwives who came in and had a gorgeous little boy. I supported her through her labour and her birth, and the best thing about it is that Daddy was there for the birth, and as far as possible we kept Mummy and Daddy and baby together whenever possible afterwards as well, which was really nice for her.
Hi, I'm Jo. I'm a midwife on Derby's Birth Centre, and the standout moment for me during this pandemic was a lady who came to give birth a couple of days ago. Initially, she couldn't have her husband in with her, so I worked to allay any fears that she had. She went on to have a baby later on during my shift with her husband present, and it was just extremely special to be a part of that moment during these stressful times.
Hi, my name's Naomi and I'm a midwife at Derby. My favourite moment of the pandemic so far was just last week when a lady came into the birth centre in labour, and when she arrived I quickly realised that her baby was coming bottom first instead of head first. So we quickly took her around to labour ward and she had a beautiful vaginal breech delivery. The team worked so well together and I felt so supported, and everyone was so calm and encouraging, and it made the experience the best experience possible for the woman and her family.
Hi, my name's Kerry.
And I'm Sally.
And we're part of the Birth Centre Corp team.
We started our role in February, just before the pandemic hit.
We're absolutely loving our new role. Obviously it was a nervous role to start, and especially during a difficult time, but we just want to say thank you to all the amazing midwives who've supported us through this transition.
And we want to thank all the midwives, both the birth centre and labour ward, because you've really helped us settle in. We feel part of a lovely team and we feel so well supported, and we learn something from you every single day.
My favourite moment during this pandemic was triaging a lady over the phone. Kept in touch with her throughout the early stages of labour, and when she was ready to come in I knew that she wanted to use the pool, so we got the room ready for her, dimmed the lighting, put the candles on and got her some aromatherapy ready, and when she came in she said that she felt treated like a queen.
Then I had the pleasure of taking over with Marie, one of the other midwives in the birth centre, and we had a lovely pool birth not long after Kerry left, and we got to send her home later in our shift.
Thank you, Birth Centre midwives.
Thank you.
And we can't wait for our future.
Hello, my name's Gemma. I'm a core midwife from the birth centre, and during this pandemic my favourite thing was to have this little bundle of joy, Max, who's now 9 days old. Normally, as a midwife, I'd love to be helping all these mums and babies deliver their own bundles of joy. But this time, I've been on the receiving end of wonderful care from all the midwives, from the birth centre, PAU, labour ward, 314, everywhere. You really are such an amazing, truly amazing, wonderful team. And we can't thank you enough for what you've done for us.